Hello YouTube, how's everybody doing today? Everybody in Twitch chat, say hello, wave hi to YouTube. We're making a video for YouTube. Everybody, today is our first official IdleOn account update. For those who don't know, MrTuckTerrible, who is a viewer of ours, had an account review back in October, 2nd of October, and he was the first one on the channel. He's come back, he's looking for a general progress report on his account, so we're happy to give him an account update, which will be the first we've done on the channel. So I'll need to spend some time and make a fucking thumbnail. So, nothing super specific, he just wanted kind of a general progress report of his account. Off the bat, you need to do your bosses, your mini bosses. You got 9 slush, you got 70 a mush, you got 60 dynamos. I'm not worried about this one, but go back, do your bosses. First things first. They're free content, they're easy gains, get them done. Moving on to World 1. So I know we pushed you with a stamp goal. Let's take a look at it. So you've been working on it, okay. You still need to improve your stamps, as I've said before. 100% need to improve your stamps. Stamps, 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 stamps. So keep pushing your stamps. As per usual. I'm gonna snooze that ad. Because if I take a look at your players, so you're about 250, so try to get this up to 6-7k in terms of your stampage. It should be easily achievable, especially pushing some of your good stamps. Obviously, you want to keep stacking the bonuses on your multi-tool, because this is just going to help out greatly with all your skill efficiency. Get that up, 100%. You're missing, I think, just a couple of stamps, which you'll just get with general progressions, so just keep working on those. But yeah, the big thing here, getting your multi-tool stamp. You can easily push some of your percent damage stamps. I mean, like your diamond axe, this is very, very easy to push, taking full advantage of that. So, as reiterated before, just keep pushing your stamps. You're working on it, which is okay. Just keep on it. How's your forge looking? You're not using oils. Okay, go buy oils. You have the money for it. Go to any of the vendors, because you should be at World 6, because I've seen you're doing stealth stuff. Yeah. Go buy the World 6 oils, go place them in your forge, take advantage of it. There's no reason you shouldn't be. Even if you're doing minor stuff, you want to be taking advantage of the oils, pure and simple. How's your upgrades looking? Okay, maxed upgrades, yep, cool. Yeah, go fill them up with some oils, man. Go do that. You're just cooking thread, okay. Yes, I mean, in this case, if you're cooking thread and you're maxing a lot of this, switch 2 or 3 of them to the PVC pipe and you can go push your Diamond Axe damage percentile stamp. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to. So, get that going. How's your alchemy looking? Oh, I mean, it's definitely kind of improved, but you still need to work on it, obviously, a lot. Are you still unlocking Vials? Yeah, this is another key point. Really work on your vials. But yeah, for your bubbles, just keep pushing out your bubbles. Push your cranium cooking. How's your FMJ and the like looking? Your Shakracy is, yeah, okay. FMJ. You can keep pushing your FMJ. No reason not to. You haven't reached Atom level requirement yet. So just keep pushing your FMJ. Again, the general goal you want to get on alchemy, and it's harder to show here on IdleOn efficiency, but on Toolbox it's easier, is you want to push for 80% efficiency rate on all of your bubbles. If that's really hard for you to get, aim for 70. Once you've reached 70 flat across the board, you want to push to 75 and kind of inch your way into it, because the jump between 70-80 is pretty raw. So just pushing to 70 and then 75 will give you a nice kind of gradual escalation of it. You really, really need to work on your vials. That being said, you're skinny 0 cal, you're pushing it up, great. Max this out as fast as you can. I mean, getting stuff like Hampter, this is easy. You just pull this from 5. Gaming XP from the moats, which you're already using from your multi-tool stamp. And venison mole. I mean, you're missing out on free material cost reduction here, simply by getting materials from World 5. There's no reason why you shouldn't. There's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't be getting gains from here. So reinvest your time, get some more, or work more on your vials. Make sure you're taking full advantage of your daily vial roll usage, 100%. Using the drop method to unlock new stuff. And focus on, venison malt, getting this up, and just unlocking the others, right? I mean, even the rice cakes for farming speeds are really, really good. God bars are fantastic for total skill efficiency. There's no reason why you shouldn't get this. I mean, it's a relatively free multiplier just by doing a 1. There's your sigils looking. Let me first check your pay to win. Are you maxed on these? Yeah, okay. Yeah, just keep pushing your sigils. I suppose that's really all you can do. It'll boost itself up once you get down to Peapod, and you'll be able to push your sigil rate alongside leveling up more and more of your Willow Sippy, pushing this harder and harder and harder. It'll be really, really good. All right. I'm not worried about your arcade, so we're going to take a look at your refinery here. 17,84931. I'll need to take a look at your prints here. Okay, so you're not working on your salts, and that's a problem. You should always have your salts you should always be trying to run your salts. Always, always, always trying to run your salts. Pushing, obviously getting a print for the horn, for the wood, which I mean you should have. Yeah, you have the horn and you have the wood for it. So you don't want to leave it idle. That's the big thing. You don't want to be neglecting your salts because you're going to get hurt in the long run because you're going to be salt locked. You're not going to be able to produce enough greens, blues, purples, nulls, just because they're at such a low level that they're not able to give you the salts you need to create the gear that you're obviously going to want for your account. So I would wholeheartedly recommend just making sure that you have in your print rotation the correct prints you need to push your salts. 100%. So just do a double take on that and it'll work. Your salt licks. Okay. 100% max out the bonus here for max level for talent books in the library. Just spend the salts, get this maxed. Same with points earned. Get this maxed. Movement speed, easy. Multi-kill rate. This is a freebie. This is free multi-kill percent for all worlds. This is a free stat. And this is the case. You're salt locked. You're going to need 11,000 purple salts to do this. And because you've neglected your salts, you're going to be waiting and waiting and waiting, right? So just make sure you have the appropriate prints up for your salts, and you will be off to the races. As your death note. Yeah, I mean, you rolled 6. You're kind of. I mean, you're not really there where you need to worry about eclipsing or anything like that, but they could definitely be better. Your shrines are relatively low level, yeah. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Yeah, I suppose this is fine. I would honestly be... It would be better off if rather than working on your Atom Collider, you were working on your Party Starter. Wholeheartedly, if you were to work on your Party Starter, you would be focusing your construction efforts better, in my opinion. I know that you want to level up your Atom Collider, but you don't because you really don't have the null salts right now. You're going to want to save that for gear. Really, really, really work on pushing the level of your Party Starter because it's going to help you a lot more. Atom Collider shenanigans, yeah, I'm not particularly worried. You're making some atoms, but nothing to really warrant all that out. Okay. Working cooking speed, yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, your cooking's cooking, you're working on it, by the looks of it. I just want to make sure that you don't neglect some of your other meals, making sure that you're doubling back on your cooking speed. Like, how long is this going to take? This is going to take 12... Time to 30 would be 12 days, but you could level this up in 7 hours. Okay. Yeah, like a lot of these they're gonna be out of the range of what you're gonna be able to do, but just make sure you're not neglecting any of them. There's no reason you should be. Just make sure you're prioritizing the right things. That's the biggest thing I can say with cooking. Obviously, meal cooking speed is the number 1 priority. You want to make sure you have that, so you'll be able to reinvest into cooking faster and faster and faster. Alongside the all cooking speed per 10 levels upgrades, and then obviously skill efficiency. That's just going to help with your skills. And with the upgrades coming from the whole for cooking speed, you're going to be able to supercharge your cooking, and it's going to be really, really good. Let's look at your lab. Yeah, pretty much the same as before. You've got what you need unlocked. You've got your cookie. Cool. You got 3 cookies. Good man. How is your rift? Yep. Okay, good. You've got the thresholds going. That's really what matters. At this point, I would 100% push your rift to 41, so you're getting your construction mastery done and dusted. Reason for it being is you're already at a point where your construction mastery can really, really help you. You're talking max level for your trapper drone, damage for totems, 100% max level for your talent library. This is really, really good. Really, really good. And always to help out with your salts. Refinery speed plus 10 levels. You're missing out on free gains you've already unlocked. You just need to go back in refinery and actually like flip the switch. So definitely go to refinery, get it to 41, get your construction mastery unlocked. 100% you should focus on that. Let's take a look at your breeding. Yeah, I mean, breeding's breeding. Don't really neglect your spices because they are going to be useful for a point. But yeah, I mean, I've posted the sheet a couple of times on what you should work on. Okay, so if you're lost, okay, you're nearly at wave 200, which is good. But if you are lost on what to work on, there is an optimal sheet on what your spice layout should look like based on where you're at. You're missing like just some evidence slots. The biggest thing is if you're really, really lost and you have no direction what to go to, I'd recommend taking a look at the auto review tool as well. That'll help you out and kind of point you in the right direction of what you should focus on for your breeding. So don't knock it. It is actually a useful tool. And just making sure you have enough combat power to fully take advantage of your spices. That being said, you could invest into more Blooming Axe. I mean, all you really need to do is farm out the DNA strands for it, and then this will help better you because you're not going to have to do, like in this case, where you've had to sacrifice one of your pets just to get the combat power in, where it just comes down to having that raw value. Moving on to World 5. Divinity. Yeah, I mean, I'd really say it's kind of all around. You're still missing 3 of the gods. Flutterbyss is really good for total damage percent. Same with Croc. Badger's good for sailing speed, but I mean, if you really want to keep pushing and really take advantage of gains and farming out both materials and general pushing power, you should 100% look into Flutterbyss Cattle Croc. Hey, Ark, how you doing? Yeah, but you're on Arctis, which is fine. Mercenary SAR for power burgers. 100%. Once you have them unlocked, that's just what you should be running. Sailing. Okay, so you're still missing some artifacts. In terms of upgrades, you have them, but you're missing some really good ones that are going to help. You do have a Fury Relic, which is really, really good. You should prioritize where you're at right now, you need to drop looking at other ones. You need to get the Frost Relic as leveled up as fast as you can. This bonus is fucking insane and is going to help your prints like crazy. And as part of that, you're also going to be looking at like Chilled Yarn, right? This is going to help boost your sigils, which you're already working on. So there's no reason not to focus on this. But you really want to push the level of Frost Relic as far as you can. Ideally, you wouldn't ever have to use them. That's the whole point of pushing this upgrade here for Blooming Axe. If it really comes down to it, it doesn't matter. It's whoever has the most combat power. Functionally speaking, it's whoever has the biggest number. But you want to get Blooming Axe as high as you can so that your fight contribution is being pulled from the general upgrades of your higher end units in this row. Like, I don't have any combat units in mind because they're all being fed off of a high fight contribution rate. So they're able to just keep going and going and going and going and going without any problems. Gaming is useless on this site. Gaming's gaming. Just work on it. Sneaking. Okay. So... yeah, gaming is click plant. Click plant. For you, kind of stuck on staying. Okay, so first things first, your highest priority should be getting your people all untied. So let's see what are you doing on here. You have a couple of the relics, okay. So, I really wish it would tell me what you have equipped. But it doesn't. So, what I can see right now is, if you're hurting on... yeah, it looks like you're pumping into the base sneaking. Yeah, I would 100% say... keep pushing floors and getting your last two characters unlocked so you're able to get the full rotation. If you're hurting on stealth, take a step back, go to a floor that's going to grant you your charms. So like your Silken Veils will help boost your stealth level very, very far, and you'll be able to push the later floors with it. So if you need to, just take a step back, let them loot more and more and more until you have a high enough Silken Veil that your guys are going to be probably looking at like 10-15% possible knockout chance per interaction, and then just keep pushing the floors. Good evening, Zaller. Welcome, welcome. So that's what I would work on here. Beanstalk, okay. Yep. You got golden boys in there. How's your summoning? Okay. Okay. You'll need to definitely rework, start stockpiling up some essence, or at least pouring more levels into your essence generation so you can really max out sharpen spikes. Yeah, for blues, focus on your jeweled cards, your Tonka, your Slime Mitosis, so you're getting the free gains and percentile chances before you're summoning. It'll help. Let's see. Yeah, getting final card leveled up, familial skipping. Yeah, if you just started, just keep pushing it in general. But yeah, looking back on here, you want to make sure you're pushing your limiteds. Yeah, like your bloomies, you really got to push your levels on your bloomies, on your roomies, or roomby, or whatever the fuck they're called. Just making sure you're fully getting them leveled up so you're getting the max amount of chance on them so you're not just pulling generic slimes. That's the biggest thing you don't want to do. You want to make sure you're getting as much as you can out of your cards. How's your farming looking? Farming's okay. Yeah, the reason farming is going so slow, and that's just generally how it is with farming, just until you get the ball rolling, is you want to prioritize getting your upgrades, making sure you're locking in your crops till these change to another. So in this case, like, you need to lock down pineapples. Yeah, and you've already done this for pineapples. But you want to basically lock down pineapples until you've reached the point where you need the limes, and then you're going to focus on limes. You know what I mean? And then and getting more levels in nutritious soil is going to help out. And eventually the crop evolution from biology boost is going to help out once you get the other seeds. So yeah, just keep pushing on these because it's just at a point where you're going to have to unlock more seeds to get more upgrades. And then when you get more upgrades, you're going to keep pushing those out until you need a point where you need to unlock more seeds. And it's a cycle and cycle. So just keep working on that. Good to know, Art. Good to know. Let's take a look at your gear here. Okay. Okay. Skills. Okay. Let's see. Equipment. Okay. You need to get everybody up to a minimum of void tools. You're missing out on free stat sticks here, my man. Free stat sticks. It's where it's at. So try to get everybody up to void tools. It's worth your time. Void. Looks like you're doing kind of a hodgepodge of it, which I can understand. Yeah, you're working on it. Oh, just salt luck? Yeah, that's kind of what I figured, given your salt level, and your prints kind of showed that. So yeah, you want to make sure your salts are constantly printing. You don't want them to ever have to stop. So if you need to pause and do the math, I'm like, okay, how many traps do I need to have out per person to make sure that I can run 24 hours of mousies and scorpions and so on and so forth, just to make sure you're taking full advantage of the AFK time and your refinery is not sitting there doing nothing, which is the case for at least a quarter of your refinery right now, and that obviously isn't ideal because you run into situations, you know, where you're salt locked. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it looks like you're missing a splicer for one of your characters, so obviously I'd go back and do that. But yeah, void tools once you get unsalt locked and just keep working on that. Is your worship... let me see. Yeah, I think you should definitely... Yeah, you really need to get better skulls. You really need to get better skulls on your characters. Yeah, it really shows. I mean, I can understand why you'd want to neglect it. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's whatever. But, I mean, it really pays off in the long run. That's the thing, man. It really pays off in the long run. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of all over the place. Make sure... Oh, 1,600 unspent boxes. 1,600 unspent boxes. You're missing out on free gains here. You've already got the boxes. Just go spend 2 minutes and buy them out in the post box. No reason not to. Yeah, so I would 100% say post boxes, key. Just get them redeemed on characters that have a lot of kind of like a free floating ones. You've got some here, but yeah, just put money into post boxes. Make sure it's stat relevant to what you're doing, and that's clearly the case, and that's good. Do not, no, bad, no, do not do that. Do not do that. This is the last thing you should be doing. No. Do not be putting boxes into the crate right now. You've got many other boxes you should be dumping in. You've got total damage percent from the gaming box. You've also got it from the sailing box. You could be taking advantage of the utilitarian if you really wanted. You've got the damage box itself that you could take advantage of. No, don't do this. Don't do this. It is not worth it for the investment. You want to focus on your every other box in the game. before you touch this box, which is the case that I'm doing. Like, I'm not touching this box until I have every other box at 400 or 800 consecutively. How's your obols? Oh boy. Okay, so great. This is what I want to see. If you can mimic this, if you can absolutely mimic this in all of your characters' obols, you will be great. You will absolutely be great. So yeah, I would wholeheartedly recommend trying to mimic this level of obols on all your other characters, and you're going to be really, really well off. Because this is a lot of drop chance that you're neglecting just by not having anything equipped in here. You know what I mean? Yeah, you need to stop being in the hole for a bit. You've got other priorities, bud. You have 100% other priorities. Yeah, look at the drop chance you're missing out on here by just simply not having it equipped. From 51% to 134%, you're missing out on 83% drop chance. Purely because you don't have them equipped. That's not good. So please, please go get your obols sorted. Alright, let's see. So, I see you've had a few of them onyxed. I'll reiterate as I usually do. Please wait on onyxing for a bit. You're not really at that level. You're really not, especially with your stamps. Don't worry about it. Just stockpile it up. It's okay. But you've got a lot of other things you need to focus on. Hands down. Alright, constellations, smonstellations. This is a freebie. You're missing 3 free points by just having Archer class go to the free fall caves. Which, if you get everybody up to 50, that's the way to go. I'm going to keep forgetting star signs. Star signs are really important. They're really, really important because you're going to be able to push into the Seraph constellation. And once you do that, you'll be able to get the multiplier that multiplies star signs based off of summoning level by 1.05. And that's going to help on all of them, especially the infinites you're going to be getting from breeding. So you should really avoid neglecting them if you can, please. Yeah, same with Echoing Ingress. Just touch it with a mage class. That's all you got to do. Okay, World 2's good. World 3. Yeah, you need to do this on one more player. On Rolling Tundra, just doing it on one more player. Stick 3 of your tunes and forget about them for a day. Easy 4 points. Do this on 9 of your tunes for 5 points. Touch the thing on your characters. You've got 2 more you gotta do in here. Yeah, like, you're missing out on so many free bonuses here by just not touching. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of freebies here that you just need to, like, touch, and you've done this already. Like, you've been through these areas, you just need to touch them. So yeah, please go back, work on your constellations. Like, you're missing out on a lot of free points, which is going to equal out to a lot of free gains that you are not allocating. How's your slab? It's taking a minute, Jesus. Okay, well, show me all that's missing. Yeah, you need to do dungeons. You need to take your beginner in for a dungeon. At least get him one run in to get some gear. It'll be free. Missing a lot of free opal upgrades. Like, it's just a matter of stacking these upgrades or grabbing them. You're missing some free upgrades on that. A lot of freebies, a lot of buying stuff that you gotta do. Like buying the strung jewels from the spider merchant in World 4. You have whetstones, the pages. Like, you've got the money. I mean, even the damaged cog from the World 3 vendor. Like, you're missing out on a lot of free slab, but this should not be a priority right now. I'm just pointing it out. You're missing out a lot. Yeah, we already discussed Obols. How's your dungeons looking? Yep, dungeon. How's your cards? Alright. Good on easy resources. Yeah, okay. That's good on medium. Obviously, you want to really get more bang for your buck, get Dune Soul out. Really push Sentient Cereal. Yes, is it 10% catching XP? Sure. But it's passive. There's no reason to not get gains for this. Absolutely no reason not to. Let's see. Yeah, chopping speed for the dandelion tree. Obviously, you want to get this sorted, get this maxed. Chopping away gains from the maple tree, get this maxed. Your fishing cards need work. Your skelefish, your shark, your manta ray, your kraken, they need work. Your fairy card needs work. Your dust mote needs a whole lot of work, and so does your scarab. Yeah, your trapping cards are okay. Shellfish obviously needs more work. Yeah, I mean, one thing I would definitely say is really revisit your cards. Trying to force forward skilling, good, yes, please do so. Don't neglect them. They're all pacifists at this point because we've gone over the skilling threshold. So absolutely no reason why you shouldn't fully invest in it. Absolutely. Yeah, dungeon cards, yep. Yeah, and that's it. So, yeah. I think a lot of this is going to come down to the same tried and true is stamps. You definitely want to push your stamps out. Push this to 6K at minimum, 7 to 8K is recommended. Just keep pushing them out. You're missing out on a lot of free gains from a lot of stamps. I mean, something as simple as just sticking a couple of folks on anvil crafting PVC will help you greatly. Pushing your alchemy in World 2, and specifically really working on your vials, getting the most bang for your buck. This is key, making sure you're taking advantage of your daily uses. You know, fully unlocking as much as you can with what you have out of your vials, and obviously pushing towards getting your 13 level vials so that they're increasing their bonuses and they're enhancing each other. In terms of bubbles, the golden ratio, if you can't get to 80, get to 75. If you can't get to 75, get to 70. 70 is like the minimum I'd like to see. It's a good, as weird as it sounds to say, it's a good midpoint to 80, because the jump going from 70 to 75 is rough, but not super rough. But going from 75 to 80 is really rough. And that's where people really start to hurt on that grind. So really working on your bubbles and your vials. I saw you did good improvement on your gear. That's great. You're salt locked, which is going to suck. And it kind of just is what it is. If you're truly salt locked, you need to double check and rework your prints. Yeah, because right now, as I'm looking at it, you really aren't keeping up with the cost for your print. And you might have some stockpiled, sure, but you just want to keep it going. Like right now, you're not making green salts, and you're not making purple salts, and you're not making nulls, which means getting to void armor and void tools for your folks is going to be even harder. So reorient your prints, making sure you're taking full advantage of that. That's wholeheartedly what I recommend. In terms of buildings, like I had said, really stay off of Atom Collider, reinvest some more time into your party starter. This is going to grant you more benefit in the long run than this is right now, because this is negligible gain versus the immediate gains of boosting this guy out for your worship. 100%. Yeah. Oh, thank you for resubscribing, Fries. Yes, it has really been 3 months. Other than that, I'd say in sailing, focus on getting your artifacts at least doubled up or tripled up. Your priority is Frost Relic, 100%. This is going to help with your prints. You're going to push this even farther. 100%. Other than that, yeah, like I said, double back in sneaking, making sure you're having the right charms equipped so you're getting the most stealth for them. And your priority should be getting to floor 7 and floor 6 to get your last 2 tunes freed. That's what I want to see. That being said, this has been a good account update for MrTuckTerrible. Do you have any questions or concerns, Tuck? Because you've definitely made progress on your account. Don't get me wrong. It's just you're still lacking in a lot. And I know there's a lot of potential in your account, and you can do really, really, really good with it. You just got to put it into the right focus. I'm absolutely certain of it. As before, folks, if you're ever interested in getting an IdleOn account review, feel free to drop by the streams. If you can't make it to one of the streams, feel free to drop it into the Discord, which there's a link in the description and a link in the Twitch chat. From there, we'll be happy to take a look and check it out. If you've got any other IdleOn-related questions or you just want to join the community, feel free to drop by the Discord in that case. As per always, I've been Will. Twitch chat, make sure you wave goodbye. Say goodbye to the YouTube folks. We're wrapping this video up. Hello, Roy. Hello, Roy. That being said, I've been Will. I will see you folks in the next video. And hopefully, we'll catch you in the next stream.